You are setting the standard for other people to treat you poorly every single time you treat yourself poorly. And to dumb that down, the worse you treat yourself, the worse other people are going to treat you. Every single time I mistreated myself in the past, I subconsciously let the people around me treat me poorly as well. And I can promise you that you are probably doing the exact same thing. You are not the exception. Everything that I'm saying is more than likely going to apply to you, and the more that you delude yourself into thinking that it's not, the worse you're going to be treated by the people around you. But thankfully, there is some good news with that. It's never too late to change the standard that you've set for yourself. And take me as an example. I went from people walking all over me to those same people pretty much asking me how they can establish boundaries similar to the ones that I've established in my life currently. And I'm just an average 19-year-old kid that applied some of this stuff to his life. So if I can do it, I'm 99% sure that you can too. Let me break this down as simple as possible, just so that there's no confusion. When you treat yourself bad in any form of the word, you are creating an opportunity for those around you to do the same. When you treat yourself poorly, the people around you, the people in your life, the people that are watching you treat yourself poorly are going to treat you just as bad. If you don't respect yourself, the people around you aren't going to respect you. If you laugh at yourself, the people around you are going to laugh at you. If you don't love yourself, the people around you are not going to love you. I need you to understand that these behaviors that you think are reflective of just how you're living your life are setting the example for how other people should treat you. In the reasoning, the entire explanation for this entire idea is pretty simple to explain actually. It's not magic. It could be magic, but it's not magic. It's pretty much just human psychology. Simply put, people are followers. When we see somebody like something, we like it. When we see somebody dislike something, we tend to dislike it a little bit more. It's always been like this. It's going to continue to be like this. The only thing that you can really do about it is use it to your advantage. There is a reason that styles of clothing become popularized after it's been hated on for so long. It's because people hated on it, everybody disliked it, and then one person was probably like, okay, this is actually kind of tough. And then people just started following. People just started agreeing with the people that agreed with the people that agreed with the people. And even on a minor level, when you're watching a TikTok and the first comment is, I would like the video, but it doesn't have enough likes. Obviously that stuff is a joke, but there is a lot of truth behind it. We are followers. There is a reason that influencers are so successful, because they are monetizing the idea of being a leader in a world full of people that do not want to be leaders, in a world full of people that want to follow somebody. And of course, you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from psychology. You can take it from the research from psychologists. It's this concept called group polarization, which is essentially just a social psychological phenomenon that the opinions of a group influence the opinions of those around them. And I'm not saying any of this stuff to just yap your ear off with facts about psychology. I'm saying this stuff just to further emphasize the point that the way that you treat yourself is then setting the standard for how other people are pretty much determined to treat you. And you might be thinking to yourself, how exactly does this stuff relate? How does group polarization relate to the fact that the way that I treat myself determines how other people treat me as well? Simply put, nobody knows anything about you beyond what you present. The only way that people can perceive you in any way is one of two things. Either somebody else is spreading rumors about you, which, newsflash, a lot of these things are based off of how you presented yourself to somebody else, or two, just how you present yourself to that person directly in front of you. No rumor comes completely out of left field unless you're terribly unlucky. More than likely, these rumors are coming from how you depicted yourself or represented yourself to somebody else that is then spreading that information to other people. But let's forget all the details and all the explanations and go back to the original point, which is that nobody knows a thing about you beyond what you present to them. This person in front of you that knows nothing about you, has never seen you a day in their life, who are they to give an opinion on you when they can just take that opinion directly from you? Nobody is going to do the hard work of trying to assess your character or understand exactly why you do the things that you do or why you act the way that you act. Nobody wants to do that hard work, and to an extent, I feel like nobody is obligated to do that hard work. It is your obligation to present yourself as something better than what you want to be presented as. If you want to present yourself as a cool guy, you better present yourself as the coolest guy, because this person in front of you is not going to give you the benefit of the doubt of, oh, well, maybe this person had a traumatic experience in the past. Maybe this person had a bad day. No, they're only going to be taking what you give them. And to tie all of that back to the central theme, the way that you represent yourself, the way that you present yourself to this person is a reflection of how you treat yourself. And more than likely, the person in front of you is just gonna believe it. And just as an example, if you mistreat yourself in the way that you take care of your body, that's going to reflect in the way that you interact with other people. This other person is going to notice that you're not as confident as you could be. They're going to notice that you're presenting yourself as this undisciplined person. The standard that you're setting for yourself by mistreating yourself, by not taking care of yourself, is then setting the standard for the way that they're going to be treating you in the future. You're not giving them a reason to respect you. And of course, it's not fair. Everybody should have a reason to respect people just by the fact that they are people. I do believe that that is true. But I'm also not naive enough to believe that we do not have our own separate biases. We do not sit here and judge people based off of the way that we perceive them. This is a reality for 99% of people. It's not fair, but it's reality. And I can use myself as an example here. Sophomore year, where I disrespected myself by not setting a boundary, and me and this person are really close friends now. If she heard about this, she's probably gonna laugh about it. But I let these people disrespect me for so long because I just assumed it was all a joke. And maybe it was a joke, but I never perceived it to be a joke. But I always suppressed that because I thought that I was being soft or sensitive. So I set that standard that joke was okay. I set the standard that you can disrespect me as a joke, I'm not going to say anything. So the second I actually established that boundary, these people looked at me like I was crazy, because I've already set that standard that it's okay to joke with me like that. It's okay to say these things to me because I haven't said a single thing about it. And me and this person, even today, kind of go back and forth about it. You know, it's not a big deal anymore. But I do have to accept the accountability that I set the standard for how this person was supposed to be treating me. I set the standard that it was okay to disrespect me. I disrespected myself by not establishing those boundaries. I disrespected myself by not speaking up when I was supposed to speak up. And that person just followed my lead. That person just took what I presented and made it a part of our relationship. So even though it may not have been fair, I have to accept the fact that I set the standard for how other people were going to treat me. So when you think to yourself, why do people not respect me? Why do people not like me? Why do people think I'm weird? Ask yourself why you believe those things to be true about yourself. You are setting those standards every single time you ask those questions. You are setting those standards every single time you mistreat yourself or disrespect yourself. Nobody disrespects you for no reason. People disrespect you when you give them a reason to disrespect you. And giving them a reason doesn't always mean being a jerk. Giving them a reason doesn't always mean just being a pushover. It means not establishing boundaries. It means not giving them a reason to believe the alternative about you. And especially if you believe these things to be true about yourself, if you believe that you are not somebody to be respected, if you believe that you are somebody that's weird or somebody that's annoying, if you believe those things to be true, everybody else around you is also going to believe those things to be true. If you have somebody constantly coming up to you saying, I'm unlovable, nobody respects me, I'm not somebody worth respecting, the first couple of times, of course, you're going to reassure that person and be like, you know what, I don't think that's true. I think you need to view it in a different lens. Then after the 5th or the 6th or the 7th or the 8th or the 9th time, you're going to be like, okay, you know what, maybe this stuff is true. You're telling me it's true. I gotta believe you at some point. And once again, let me say, it's not right. I'm not saying that people should think like this. I'm not saying that this is the way our reality is supposed to be. I do think it's important to just acknowledge that this is the truth though. This is a harsh reality that a lot of people have to accept. And the sooner you are to accept it, the sooner you can combat it. And the sooner you can use it to your advantage and start treating yourself in a different manner so other people can start to treat you differently and treat you more respectfully and treat you the way that you actually want to be treated. And if you're familiar with my channel and familiar with the things that I talk about, you already know that I suffered with anxious attachment a lot. This is a struggle that I've always had my entire life. I felt like people kept leaving me. I felt like I kept constantly chasing people. And if you're looking for a reason as to why you have anxious attachment, or looking for ways that I beat my anxious attachment, watch one of these videos that I have on the screen, because I go into a lot more depth in those videos. But that anxious attachment that I felt is another example of the standard that I set for myself. I constantly questioned, why are these people leaving me? So I constantly chased and I chased and I chased to get these people to stop leaving me. And the entire time, I didn't realize that I was constantly leaving myself. I was constantly leaving and disrespecting myself by chasing another person instead of redirecting and focusing that energy back onto myself. The standard that I set for myself was that I can leave myself. I can disrespect myself as long as I chase another person. And that's exactly why other people left me, because that's the standard that I set for myself. I don't think that this is a coincidence. I feel like pretty much anything can be explained by the fact that you set a standard for yourself. And I think that's why the second that you start to redirect and focus that energy back onto you, other people are going to follow and do the exact same, because they're recognizing, okay, this person in front of me is actually improving his life. This person in front of me is worth chasing. He's not chasing me. He's not being this person that's abandoning himself to chase me. This person is focused on himself. He's locked in. Now, if you take anything from the stories that I'm telling, take this. Take that the facts are the facts. The way that I treated myself, other people began to follow suit. The way that you treat yourself, other people are going to follow suit. So let's use our critical thinking skills here. If you treat yourself good, other people will begin to follow suit. If you treat yourself poorly, yes, other people are going to begin to treat you poorly. And I was gonna try to put it in this video, but I'm scared that the video is gonna be too long, and I know that your attention spans are probably a little bit cooked right now. But if you want a part 2 where I'm speaking about how to set a better standard for yourself, firstly, if you want the part 2, just let me know in the comments. I can make the part 2. And secondly, I have a bunch of videos on my channel in these playlists that pretty much explain how to set the standard for yourself, how to put yourself first, how to change your life in ways that you might not have thought about. So if you're interested in that, just check those videos out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video. And of course, if you took anything from this video, set better standards for yourself, set better boundaries, set better expectations for people. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. See you guys next time.